Hi guys, it's Ona and Dr. Vicky, and it's time for an episode of Moonshine. So grab yourself a glass of whatever. We're going to talk about this full moon in Taurus that's happening on Wednesday morning. It is 7:19 in the morning Central Time.
So 6:19 here on the East Coast.
It'll be 8:19 for you.
Oh, did I say
19,
six? I meant eight.
7:19,
That's right. I meant eight.
and
I
then
said in my head and six came out of my mouth. It must be the back going back and forth. I'm still trying to.
Just for your daylight saving disaster that you're still trying to navigate right now. It's like 5:30 and it's dark outside. I did get a picture of the moon. This moon is also known as the beaver moon, the larder moon, or somebody who has to collate all their stuff. Mourning like MOUR
Oh,
mourning.
well, yeah.
Sad. Scorpio's involved here, you know.
Scorpio always, yeah,
Is right.
a time.
No moon or the white moon. It is also a supermoon.
There you go.
It is also a supermoon. And this is my resource where I got that from my complete
Complete
book of
book of correspondence.
correspondences. So you know where my resource is coming from. And this moon is really kind of cool, actually. I like it feels fuzzy and warm, like Taurus wants you to be. Right? Right? Let me close that off. And it feels like, honestly, I always watch myself around a Taurus moon because I tend to, things just fall out of my hands. The gravity just seems heavier. And I think with a super moon, that's fair.
Yes, well, it's closer. It's closer to us, so we will
Yeah.
feel the pull.
Yeah.
And the moon in Taurus is exalted, first of all. And so Taurus puts a heft to the moon and decreases the vacillation that we feel. So even though it's a pretty deep time with the sun in Scorpio, I think that moon in Taurus sort of evens the keel on us. And maybe we can look at things while the passion is still there, maybe we can look at things a little bit more pragmatically because
Yeah.
that's what Taurus is about. It's about pragmatism. It's about eating.
Yeah. It's Earth. It's your Earth sign.
It's your basic necessities. Taurus is your basic necessities.
Yeah. Yeah. If you think of a baby, that's like the first thing that they get pleasure from is eating,
Yeah.
is food. So it's that kind of comfort from it. But it is it is always a moon, right? I get reminded if I don't keep track that there's a Taurus moon because something hits the ground. Something hits the ground every time. Even when I was working not too far from here, I mentioned it to one of my coworkers. I said, "Moon's in Taurus tonight. Something's going to hit the ground." And sure enough, we got called to a code. There was somebody who fell to the ground.
Mm.
And he was the dad to the mom who was having a baby.
Oh
So
dear.
hit the ground. Yeah, yeah. He hit the ground and there was a
I've seen videos of that.
well, yeah, there was a bigger story behind it, but that was, and I looked at her and I said, "See, what did I say?" This tour. So I always I'm a little more ginger about my movement if I'm aware that the moon is in Taurus. If not, I will drop something.
Yeah, well, that's good advice, actually.
Slow down. That's one of the things that'll get you through this full moon is to slow down and process because there's even, Mercury and Sag right now, where I think there's some, I have Mercury and Sag, a lot of stuff coming in.
Would you like me to
Yeah, let's look at the chart.
chart? You have to let me.
Oh, yep, yep.
Okay. Okay.
So,
November. Okay.
so we're looking at the sun opposite the moon. The sun is
Yeah.
be in Scorpio, and I feel a little more scorpionic than Taurian about this moon. Maybe it's just that it gets dark at 4:45.
Oh my God, I know.
Scorpio, it's black, right? I don't know. It just feels more scorpion to me right now. And today is Monday, so I still have about 24 hours before it engulfs me and it's in everything it's meant to teach me for this full moon, right?
Yep. So we have the moon at 14 degrees of Taurus. What is it? 1322, 1322. And it says on the beach, children play while shellfish grope at the edge of the water. It says self-development through play. There is a wisdom in finding balance between work and play. Self-sponsored emergence within a community setting. So we have to make sure that, it's tough times, right? Tough times right now. And the moon is saying, relax and make sure that it's not all work and there's a little bit of play in there, I think. And
Yeah,
posing Scorpio at 14, and this is one of my favorite Scorpio symbols. It says telephone lineman at work, installing new connections. I love that, right? This is what we need, networking, creating
yeah.
interactive networks of cooperation and communication is an essential aspect of building community. Widespread communication of feelings and thoughts. People are getting together, people are helping people are hungry because of the stupid
Yeah.
snap thing, and people are panicking that they're not going to be able to feed their children.
And I think because it's a Taurus full moon and we're thinking about food already,
Right,
that just generates the comfort, right, of the body habitus is food. Come on. It just depends on what you put in it. And here we are in this situation where we shouldn't be in. Doesn't make any sense. There's
right,
enough food.
right. It
And
says,
it,
insofar as none of us could ever access the full picture, therefore, complete knowledge, we must interact with others to listen and to share our ideas.
yeah,
And so this is a time for us to do just that. Be our brothers and sisters keepers, share our ideas, get the word out, whatever that might mean. Help who you can, right?
yeah,
And we see that like there's not a lot of the moons have been really like harsh because of the outer planets, but this one is really not. We do have an opposition between Mars and Uranus, so there is that.
there is that. So that could be and they're both, well, they're an air sign for Uranus is Gemini and then Sag. That accesses communication. So a disruption in
But Uranus is going to be moving back into Taurus this week. So even though
retrograde.
Mars is there, it's almost like an awareness,
Yeah,
possibly an explosion of some sort.
yeah.
All right. And then Uranus goes into Taurus. And
That
so
happened on Friday. Yeah.
I don't know, like this could be if full moon is a culmination, right? There could be some financial thing. I'm not a financial astrologer, so I'm not an expert in that, but
Taurus is money.
Taurus is money. Taurus is money. And Venus is being, in this chart, Venus is being kind of beaten up a little bit. She's got she's got a lot, no, she's got a square to Jupiter, which isn't really beating her up, but
Yeah.
Jupiter has high expectations, and Venus in Libra is so intent on the other that sometimes they forget themselves. So this would be an easy time for us to forget ourselves in sort of a wanting to help everybody.
In that Mars Uranus opposition, you have to watch. And the reason
Right,
we're talking about Venus is because she rules Taurus. So she is ruling the moon.
right. And
Well,
she's opposite Chiron, the moon is
yes.
masculine.
So we look at like, okay, who's he taking sort of direction from? Or who's she taking direction from the moon? and we look at what she's up to, and Venus has got some challenging things going on.
Yeah. But then so does Mars, because Mars would be the planet associated with Scorpio along
Yeah.
with Pluto, along with Pluto.
Right, right.
But but they are, this is good
You
because
know what though? Venus also rules Libra and she likes it there. So we've got some,
yes.
we
So
gotta,
she's in a powerful,
yeah.
she's in a powerful sign, but and the moon is in a powerful sign, and those are the two feminine aspects. Um, the the idea that the Saturn and the two rulers of Scorpio, Mars and Pluto, are actually sextile each other in this chart. And it's a sextile where we're moving into a more progressive and humanitarian direction.
And the nodes and the trine
Right,
to the nodes. So we have to move. You know what? We have to seriously think about each other
right, right.
and how health comes into the moment also. Your health care, how you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, it's especially important now, right? Now there's going to be less resources for people. We have to figure out ways to keep ourselves um, healthy in a time of great stress.
Right.
Part of that is if it's not the way you say it often, if it's not right in front of you and it's not affecting you right at that moment, you give it time, you have to know what's going on, but you also have to give yourself time. You have to find
It's
that
also,
even.
it's time for open enrollment. So Taurus ruling money and the beginning of November, it's going to cost more.
Yeah. Now, I do want to point out that
Good
this
thing, Matt.
full moon that we're having now is actually the halfway point of the new moon that we talked about the last time we were to go together for
Yeah.
moon shadows, right? And that was at like 29 degrees of Libra. I mean, that was late degree of Libra.
Yes.
It's involvement in humanity seeking to bridge knowledge, involvement in humanity's evolution of wisdom. And so that was the seed planted back in October. And it was a powerful energy because it was opposite Chiron. It was opposite Chiron and Eris, which of
Yeah.
course deals with people standing up for themselves and protest and not we're not going to take it. So yeah, so
That
it's a
was
very
incredible.
intense time. The
Yeah.
vibration of the day is the Knight of Wands,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it is a good time to the fire element of the whole November full moon, I think is important. A bonfire that sort of kind of rolls into from Halloween. I've actually been lighting a little candle every day, even if just a tea light
Yeah.
in the morning. Just, I don't know, it brings a little more light.
Well, you're shining your light, even and I think that's a beautiful idea, even as a symbolic gesture, to
Yeah,
take a little tea light and every morning you light that and you pray for the light to shine in each and everyone's heart,
yeah,
that they will find the light within and they'll find the strength to do what they need to do so that we can help heal each other
yeah,
because that's this is a giant healing. I mean, we have Saturn and Neptune at the last degrees of Pisces. Pisces is about let go and let God. We
yeah,
have to have faith that on the other side of this, that there is something that's worth having to go through this.
yeah. Maybe that's why when all is said and done, the malachite, even though I wear it every day, the malachite has been just today. Honestly, it was like what I thinking about this full moon and trying to tune into it a little bit, looking at a chart, and the malachite's just, glowing in the dark. So I, got them all together. I put this one in my pocket. And this has always been a very, this has always been a healing stone for me, physical healing. And I feel like the Taurus full moon, even though it's, we always like to use a clear crystal that you can see through or scry through, the one that came out of the earth, the darker
The
ones,
dense, the
the
dense.
ones that absorb.
Yeah. It is proper use of will, as I said.
And
So,
man, this thing got hot in my pocket.
and you were saying that your primary feeling today was anger.
Yeah,
And so it is a warrior stone. Malachite is a warrior stone. So we're all being spiritual warriors right now.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, even if you feel like you're not doing a whole lot, you are doing a lot. The fact that you paying attention and you care goes a long way, let me tell you, because there's a lot of people who can't be there. They can't allow for that in their
Mm,
life because it's just too much for them.
I
So
know.
give yourself some credit and give yourself a break. I mean, we have to be nicer to ourselves. It's going to be more, we have to be nicer. If we can't expect people to be nicer to us if we're not nicer to ourselves. Period. End
Well,
story.
you're not effective, you know. You really can't take care of other people unless you take care of yourself. You're not effective. Even to your kids, you're not a good, I'm not going to say that. You're not a good
But
parent.
that's true though. It is
You're a good parent. It means that if you've got to take care of yourself. If you don't, it reflects on
it's
everybody
yep.
around you.
Yes, yes.
I know all day. I know all day. I'm gonna pull a card. This is from the Crow deck, just to have a little. I know Giblet's got the hummingbird, be in the moment now, the nectar, very Taurian,
And what did we get from Mystic
uh,
Sisters? We got the Gypsy
the
Queen.
Gypsy Queen. I love that.
Okay.
I
So
love it
this is some parts for this full moon. Yes.
for this full moon in Taurus.
How many do you want to pick?
I just want to put one up on my altar. I don't want to set it
Okay.
on fire. Just a little, and I'm looking at the moon right now, and this fell out, the Hanged Man. Just when I turned around and looked at the moon.
So
Reflective.
look at it from a different perspective, right?
Yeah. In this deck, even the cards that seem to be, they're like, oh, the hangman, just suspension. And I feel like there might be with that Mars opposite Uranus, there might be a little bit of suspension of something that forces you to reflect on something.
I got the Knight of Swords,
Wow.
helicopter. I think
Okay.
I know that the airports are not doing well right
They're
now.
not going to get better. It's not going to get better. So this is over. And I know that there's some partial benefits that'll be released, and I know that everybody who has anything extra is donating everything. I know we are. I have to
This is
believe that.
this is about we're going to be here. We're here for each other. We are. This
Mm,
is about before you leap, before you commit to something, really think about the consequences of that. That's really what this card speaks of. So we have to keep that in mind, I think, at this full moon. It's always a more fraught time. There's always bigger emotions. The sun in Scorpio is bottom line. This is it. This is like at the
right.
bottom, and you add everything up. That's why Scorpios make great forensic accountants because
Yeah.
we're right down to the
And
right
there's a lot of stuff in
backstory.
water, right? There's a lot of planets in water too. So the availability to tap into the emotional body
Yes,
is just dancing all around you.
that's right.
That's what we're talking about. Like watching those kinds of things that really connect to the emotional. piece and, stuff it with a donut like the Taurus moon wants you to.
Before we got on, I was watching something on PBS about this guy's grandfather, who was in World War II, and he was young when his grandfather died, but he used to spend time with his grandfather, and they never talked about anything. They just sit with each other, watch something, and then play accordion because that's what his grandfather liked, the accordion. And and then his grandfather died, but he went and he was in World War II, and he was decorated with a Purple Heart, but then he was in
Wow.
not a concentration camp, POW camp, and he talks about, and he got like on a bike, and he rode the bike in the way that his grandfather had to go from camp to camp to camp, and the situation, and he talked about, what condition his grandfather was in. But it was really a real a real like remembrance of the sacrifices
Yeah.
that that generation did for us, and the fact that like we're tossing it out like
Yeah.
yesterday's news is an abomination.
You
And
know what, Vicky? That is living the experience. That is this full moon. It is living the experience. Military.
your ancestors,
Answer.
what, who has come before you.
It's having the experience they did in our own 2.0 version. And they freaking survived. Okay. So you will too.
Yeah.
You will too. Okay. Pause, reflect, Taurus moon. Remember, something's going to fall on the floor. Make sure
And
you
hopefully it ain't
understand.
you.
Your will is under control. Burn a light. It's a powerful super moon. It's about construction. It's about having the experience that our ancestors had, surviving it, eating it. Scorpio, you know, the emotional piece, realizing it, and it's going to be okay. I really have to say that out loud a lot.
I believe that with every breath I take, that it's going to be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. That's going to be our full moon. There'll be more, I'm sure, because we do Donnie a day. And then as this altar develops and, it all comes together, pictures and everything, I'll definitely have that up. But have a good full moon.
Be good to
Have a
yourself.
good full moon.